Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Thais with Abundance Nation, and today we're talking about how you have to stop being afraid of getting what you want. Many times we're afraid of getting what we want because we think we're not worthy. Why is it that you think you're not worthy? This is the reason why I chose spirituality over traditional Christianity. Number one, I always feel like my people who are really like proclaiming Christianity, like really into it, like I find that they're always like saying things like, I'm not worthy, I'm a sinner, I'm a this. And that is why I really appreciate Neville Goddard's view of the Bible, that it is a blueprint, right? That God and I are one. I am. And so the minute I stopped saying I was a sinner and stop believing I was a sinner, because think about it. Think about it. If I believe that Jesus has come to erase my mistakes, whether you believe in traditional Christian story values or not, if I believe in that, then I know that one, I'm human, I'm going to make mistakes, and that sin no longer exists for me. And so I want to free you from that right now. Because I'm sure if you're watching this video right now, you're at a point where you're ready for a breakthrough. And so this is why you do not need to be afraid. This is how spirituality and Christianity actually go hand in hand with each other. If God is for you, who can be against you? If you are then for yourself, right, as spirituality would say, who can be against you? Because you and the universe, God, source are one. It's really all one and the same. And so I'm here to tell you now that this is your time to flourish and this is your time to prosper. I know what it's like to be afraid to make a major life move. I was 35, I think, 34, 35, when I just quit my job of teaching of 10 years and just said, I'm going to start over. I didn't know exactly everything I was going to do. I didn't know exactly how the money was going to come. People told me, that's what you do in your 20s. What is wrong with you? You got a master's degree in this. You've got all this tenure. You've got these accolades. But I knew there was something more for me. And so I had to face what Bob Proctor refers to as the terror bearer. And I go deeply into it in my Manifest Like a Boss, a framework for manifestation, where it talks about how you have to cross that barrier. Like, as I was in that process of transitioning from teacher to entrepreneurship or whatever ship I thought I was going to do, I would wake up at night and you know that feeling in your heart racing, racing, racing. And I would have to say to myself, no, I have nothing to fear. God is for me. No one can be against me. Therefore, I am. Renew my mind. I can do this. Those are affirmations. And you have to choose to believe, because the law of assumption states, if I have these desires, I have but to assume and believe that they are mine. They want me to. So if you're having a thought right now that you need to change your life, that you need to do something new, that's because it's being created out there for you. And we have all seen Formless Matter, as they like to call it. We've seen it. I've started to see it. As your levels of spirituality increase, you'll begin to notice some different things in your reality. I see this particularly in the morning when I first wake up. Have you ever seen, it seems like there's something sparkling, almost like glitter in your eyesight? That's that formless matter. As you up your spiritual game, as you up your fervent beliefs that I can achieve and do anything, success is my birthright, abundance is my birthright, you will begin to then see those things in which some say do not exist. And it is in that moment, right, that you begin to see those things, as I like to call them, little sparklers. That's when you need to speak over yourself what it is that you want. You cannot be afraid. Don't be afraid. It's okay. And it's not even about the grass being greener on the other side, right? It's about your life being better. My life is significantly better. In the beginning, was it difficult? Yes. Why? Because I told people what I was going to do. This is why you hear thousands, if not millions, of people who are in law of assumption, law of attraction, positive thinkers. You hear them say, be quiet, stop telling people what you're going to do. Because remember, you're going to meet no one but you in your reality. You pushed out. So you're in this point where you're about to make a change, do something new. Change is already psychologically difficult because of the habitual mind work, because of the habitual mind work that your mind already does day to day. Your mind can predict already what it is you're going to do based on your habits. And so think about it. Our mind, unless you regularly exercise it with puzzles, Sudokus, crosswords, other mind games, your brain is not used to working. So that's why you will have that natural resistance to not do something new, because your brain can become lazy. And so this is where using those Askfirmations or affirmation. Askfirmations is when you put your affirmation in the form of a question. So, for example, I am successful may be the affirmation. If I then turn it into an Askfirmation, why am I so successful? Your brain's going to give you reasons why you are. And so then you start to create a conscious co-creation process. Your affirmation, your Askfirmation speaks to your subconscious mind, but when you use that Askfirmation, you're then consciously responding to it, bridging that gap, which helps you to manifest more quickly. So definitely, if you're in a period of shift, start using those Askfirmations. Why am I so successful? Why does everything work out for me? Why am I so beautiful and gorgeous? Why? 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 And your mind will consciously begin to play a game, because our ego is going to speak up. Your ego is going to speak up like, I'm the bomb. Because who wouldn't want this? Who wouldn't bless this? Right? Or your ego is going to speak to it. So that's why Askfirmations works. Why Askfirmations work, super duper well. And so if God is for you, nothing could be against you. Using I am, you and source are one. With the law of assumption, you know that anything that you desire desires you, and so it is yours in that moment. You have to persist. This is why the persistence movement is key. You have to persist. But then you're like, well, if I keep going, I'm not getting the results that I want. When should I stop? This is my rule of thumb. I try something at least 2 times. If it doesn't work out, I let it go. And I'll know when to come back to it. Yes, you can try again. But the law of least effort, right? Don't confuse effort with results, right? Do nothing. You have to be a catalyst, right? You have to provide that movement. The movement, whether it's in your mind, right? Through affirming and believing, whether it's through your body, through physical action, right? Putting in that actual, that application, or spiritual, whether you are making a conscious decision that I'm going to relax, I'm not going to worry, right? My spirit is at peace. You're going to have to make that decision and push through. But if it doesn't work out for me 2 times, and I say, okay, I'll come back to it. I'll come back. I'll come back. It's not giving up, but then you're allowing your mind to create more room. So know that you can't be afraid of what you want. What you want wants you. And then don't think about the time. I know it's so easy to be like, oh, I want to be here by this time. We put a lot of things on time, and I know a lot of goal setting, they say to put a date on it. My professional advice, as someone who's been in the movement for the last several years, right? Knowing, having a degree, a bachelor's degree in psychology, having a master's degree in advanced learning techniques, write it down, but give yourself time. I put it on a year. Like I have, I will show you a representation of it. I'll put a representation up. But I have something in my office. I like this is my manifestation wall, right? I like to put up all my stuff. Keeps me aligned because I'm in this room the most. I have what I want to occur for the year. That's it. That's it. That's it. And so I look at it, and every quarter, right? If you're familiar with 12 weeks in a year, so quarter 1 is January 1 through March 31st. Quarter 2 is April 1st through June 30th. Quarter 3 is July 1st through September 30th. And then quarter 4 is October 1st through December 31st. Now, I will break up goals into 4 quarters to help me not be so fearful about achieving things. And I'll go more into that method. I find that the 12 weeks in a year movement is very successful when it comes to manifesting more quickly, which I know you all would be excited about. I know I do have some followers here from TikTok who are very familiar about it. So make sure you drop in a comment your success with the 12 weeks in a year. And know that what you want wants you, and just do it. Push through. Push through. Who gives a darn what anybody has to think about it? Who cares? Stop telling people. Try at least twice. If it doesn't work out, take a step back. Let your mind, your body relax, and be your best self. And I thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Drop in the comments, like, what do you want this year? I don't care in what year you're watching this video. What do you want? What do you want? And put it there so that we can all affirm and lift you up. Because remember, all things are possible. See you next time. Bye-bye.